Today we are going to learn how to cook a Reuben. What is a Reuben? Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. A lot of folks I talk to, they've heard of a Reuben, but they've never cooked one. And so I'm going to help you with it. So you either need a good flat top like what I've got here, i.e. a griddle, or you need a skillet, something like that where you can put some butter and toast some bread. Second thing you're going to need some rye bread. You can pick the rye you want. There's different kinds of rye. All of them pretty much will do the job. You're also going to need some Thousand Island dressing, and that's probably where I need to add a caveat. There's two crowds in the Reuben family. There's those who want Thousand Island on the Reuben, and there's those who want spicy brown mustard. So have both on hand just in case you get one of those people that wants that spicy brown mustard. I grew up on Thousand Island, but I've tried it both ways. Equally delicious. The next building block you're going to need is Swiss cheese. Any Swiss will do. I don't know if this is a good rule of thumb or not, but I've heard it said that the more holes in the cheese, the better. So yeah, you can see I don't use the high price stuff, but all of it works. You're also going to need sauerkraut, key ingredient there, and you'll want to preheat that in another pot before you stick it on the sandwich. And finally, the number one star of the dish, deli sliced fresh, as thin as you can get it, corned beef. And to make sure they're nice and crispy on the edges, butter. All right, let's do it. We got our sauerkraut heating here in a separate pot. We'll get that nice and bubbly, and then we're ready to put it on the sandwiches. In order to make it easier to get these sandwiches off the line, it helps to have everything opened up and have you a plate for assembling sandwiches. In this case, the person I'm cooking for right now is in the spicy brown mustard crowd. So we'll start by opening our spicy brown mustard. And the easiest way I have found is to spread the mustard around on one side, just like that. Take your other slice, lay it over it, and voila, you've got your spicy brown mustard on both sides. Next, I want to assemble the sandwich. To do that, we're going to take a slice of Swiss cheese. We're going to lay it on one side here. We're going to take us a couple of pieces of this thin sliced deli fresh corned beef. We're going to lay it on the other side, just like that. And last, certainly not least, we want to go get our sauerkraut. About a forkful of this will do. Some of your people might want a little more, some might want a little less. Go ahead and put that on the cheese side and let it start softening up that cheese. Make sure you strain it really good so you don't make a soggy sandwich. And we take this side that has our meat on it, lay it over the side with kraut. Now our sandwich is ready for toasting. But I have found to get the best toast on a Reuben sandwich, you want to put that butter on a piping hot griddle or a skillet. You set that sandwich cheese side down, and if you did it right, you should hear a sizzle. Let that brown up on this side, and then we flip it. Once the one side is thoroughly toasted, you want to get you a spatula. Pick that sandwich up, but before you flip it, add some more butter. You knew that was coming, right? And hold it together, a couple of fingers here, and you should hear that sizzle again, and look at the golden brown color on that sandwich. We'll let this other side toast up, and then we'll cut into it. This sandwich is done. Listen to this. That bread is crispy. That cheese is melted. That corned beef is hot. That's going to be a good sandwich. How do you know you made your corned beef Reuben right? Well, you plate it. You can either bite into it or you can cut it. You're going to know by the crunch you hear whether or not that sandwich was done right. Let's cut this sucker open. You hear that crunch? And you should meet some resistance on the bottom when you open it up. All right, here we go, moment of truth. Look at that. That cheese is melted. You see that deli fresh corned beef slices in there? Look at the crust. Hear that? See the cheese just ooze out? And now we give it a try. Cheese should pull, just like that. Oh man. That is a good Reuben. All right. So if you haven't heard of a Reuben, you have now. If you haven't had a Reuben, go get you some fixings and make one. Delicious. Y'all have a blessed day.